let's visit with the companies helping us publish our family history in 2025 as featured at RootsTech. Hear from MyHeritage, Storied, Reflect, and Story.
So I'm Shachar Biton. I'm the VP Product of Innovation in MyHeritage. I've been in MyHeritage for 17 years, and it's an exciting time. In parallel to our work at the core genealogy and DNA, we understand that we need to expand the offering and have new demand, and there's so many things that are close to genealogy, have the same intent, and that we can expose and have available for users.
MyHeritage in the genealogy community is always known as an innovator. We count on you, I think, or just expect that at RootsTech you're going to have something that's going to blow our socks off, right? So you had the photo to video, the wiki, and now the story offering. So can you just talk more about why the story offering?
First of all, thank you. And I think innovation has always been from day one at our core, and always thinking about how to bring more and not just deepen, the genealogy. And there are very exciting things here at RootsTech, and My Stories is one of them. I think My Stories is our first step into, like I told you before, the keepsake and the emotional part behind the facts, the family trees, the records. For so many years, there was so much focus about expanding trees and records and historical records.
The research,
and there are so many great tools, indexing, and it's all very important, and get people all together and around it. But I think there is a movement towards the emotions and the things beyond the stories. When you look at your family tree and okay, great, that's my great-great-grandmother, and that's when she was born and maybe where, but how did her life look like? And how did she meet her spouse? And I give an example of the great-great-grandmother, but do you know the story of your grandparents, how they met?
Right.
And for some of us, it's too late.
Right.
And you always tell yourself why I don't know and why I didn't ask.
In genealogy, we mostly focus, in our past, but we also need to think of how we're going to pass this knowledge to the next generation.
Right.
And how to explain it in a way that is, that inspires others.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, whenever I talk to her, I feel like I'm talking to my grandma. Okay.
That's
because
great.
the way she tells the stories and everything. So we also work on articles covering that, how to pass that information, and how to keep not just documents, also personal items.
Right.
Like how to if you have an address that belongs to your grandmother, you might say, it's not relevant in genealogy. It is relevant in genealogy because that dress has a history.
It sure does.
It tells a story of, it's my 7th time at the RootsTech.
Yeah.
And we joke inside MyHeritage, we call it the pilgrimage. Because all genealogists of the world come once a year to Salt Lake City.
Right.
So for us, it's like the pilgrimage.
It is.
Because we, regardless of our, where we are from, regardless of what we believe in, we also have a common belief. The power of passing your family history to your next generation.
Yep.
And I don't know, it's here being at RootsTech, you're standing at the booth all day long.
Yep.
It's physically tiring,
but
you get so energized.
Yeah.
With everybody bringing ideas, sharing their stories. It's so powerful.
It is.
I love it.
Just really thank you for sharing what MyHeritage is up to in terms of expanding, the knowledge and the capability of the genealogy community. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No,
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stories are transformative. They can help change people's lives and bring families together, right? And so that's why we believe in stories. That's why we're focused on stories.
We also help you take the research you've done elsewhere and put it a place where you can show it off and people will actually engage and participate in what you've done, right? And so whether that's through the books or whether that's sharing on social media or commenting on the Storied platform and getting as part of the conversation, it really opens up the research that you've done in a new and interesting way.
We just had another closure in the genealogy community of Memory Web, you know, and people had to move all their photos off this website. So what is the long-term plan for Story? Do you have like a longevity plan? Like, give us some reassurances, I guess, is what I'm asking for.
Yeah, so a couple things. First, we just partnered with Family Search, which is a big deal.
That's a big deal, yeah.
And it's not just a, you know, kind of a little partnership. It's a big partnership with multi-phases, and we're excited about the content exchange that we're doing with them and things like that. So that should give some people some comfort, because they definitely did their homework and wanted to understand our longevity before they entered into that partnership. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we're a profitable company. We're growing. So our balance sheet is strong, all of those things.
Good.
But, you know, I think from my vantage point anyway, I understand why people feel this way.
Yeah.
And so we're exploring ways to, how do we help people get more comfortable and confident that their long-term storage and their preservation with our platform is going to be safe.
Right.
And so we're exploring, you know, do we set up a trust or something like that that's going to make sure that no matter what, your content is preserved and that it can be passed on if anything were to happen. But I also don't want to make people feel like, oh, we got to have a trust, or this is
right.
So it's a little bit of a two-edged sword there. But like in terms of just like sheer meaning, that's why we're here. We could go do other things, but we want to do this because it's meaningful.
Hey, so I'm Abe, and this is our company. We're Reflect, and our main offering right now is the Reflect Journal. What our product does is it helps people to journal in the easiest way possible. There's no handwriting, there's no typing. It's a phone call that we call you, so we help keep the habit for you. At the end of the day, you're going to create your stories. We save the transcriptions, so the speech to text, as well as we save the audio, and we turn it into a book if you want in the future. You can download it, and we do whatever we can to make journaling as easy as possible. We want everybody to be able to tell their story in the easiest way possible.
So we are Story. We're helping people record life stories over phone calls. So Story sends up to 3 calls a week asking curated questions about your life. We then record and transcribe everything that you say. And what makes Story pretty unique is that it is passive. So you don't need to remember to use Story. There's no app to download. You don't need to dust off a book. You just pick up the phone when it rings. We transcribe everything that you say. We store it to an online profile where you can download everything as a PDF book or an audio book. We have a physical Life Story gift box. It's been on QVC and HSN, which is very popular. That gives you 12 months of calls, and it's really good for Mother's Day, Father's Day, the holidays. So that is Story.
And that's it for the companies helping us publish our family history. Be sure to check the description for links to everyone featured, and I'll catch you in the next video.